That is Beth from KISS. It's Andy O. It is 8:32 on your Wednesday morning here. The sunshine is out today. It's going to be on through the entire weekend. Looking like a great forecast, although it is chilly. It's about 31 degrees out there. Now, one of the things we set out to do when we launched Muskegon's 100.9 is find out people in the community that really make a difference. And since I have not been on the radio here in town for quite a while, I haven't had the opportunity to welcome Jenny Cross in to talk about whatever it takes. How are you, Jenny?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm wonderful. You look nervous.
Yes, a little bit.
Really?
Yes.
I mean, you're kind of a media mogul now. You're used to this kind of thing, aren't you?
I'm trying.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about Andy Cross, your husband.
Well, Andy, of course, was my husband.
Yep.
A really great guy. In 2011, he was diagnosed with cancer.
What kind of cancer do you have?
At that time, they actually diagnosed him with the wrong cancer, and so
Really?
it was large cell carcinoma.
Yeah.
But when he passed, we later found out that he actually had thymic carcinoma.
So it was a carcinoma is a skin cancer, isn't it?
No, not necessarily.
No? Okay.
No.
All right.
No. He actually, they thought it was heartburn.
Really?
And then it turned out that after 6 months, it was actually cancer. And the very first day he got the phone call at home at about 6:30 in the morning, he kind of looked out the window and said, well, it's our worst fear. It's cancer. And he said, but I'm going to do whatever it takes.
How old a guy was he?
He was 32
So
when
young.
he was diagnosed. Yep.
Oh.
Yep, 32. Our boys were 2 years old, and from that day forward, he said, we're going to fight this the best way we can, do whatever it takes, and try to do it in the most positive way that we can, knowing that the journey was going to be, a long and scary one with many ups and downs, which it definitely was.
How long did he put up the fight?
He was diagnosed in August of 2011 and passed away in December of 2012.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
So from there, I mean, whatever it takes has been founded. Now, was this something that Andy helped start, or was this something you got going after the fact?
Andy actually started it. He, in October of 2011, started chemo and radiation. And we were sitting there, and we realized there was people that had nobody with them. And we were just like, how you can't do this by yourself.
Right.
And then we also realized the financial struggle, and we aren't necessarily people that ask for help.
Right.
But we were like, how can we help others knowing what we're going through and make a difference? So he kind of started it where it was, bringing in baked goods or just sitting with other patients and talking to them and like actually listening to them and their stories and their fear. And it kind of just blossomed from there. That Thanksgiving, we had someone donate some food to us. And we were already going to be with our families for Thanksgiving. And so we paid it forward and said, well, how can we keep this movement going? And it started that Christmas in 2011 where we adopted a family for Christmas and went out and provided Christmas for their family.
With any of these grassroots efforts, and you know what, some of the greatest things have started off just like you have. I mean, they start off small. They start off with one family wanting to do something nice for the next family down the street, or even a perfect stranger. Did you ever think that it would take off to what it has?
Oh my gosh, no. I was actually just talking to my best friend last night about where we have gone, because we've been blessed to help over 60 families, majority in West Michigan, and every day we have emails from all over the country of other families who have found our stories on Facebook and how they've been inspired, and they even sport our green whatever it takes bracelets on top of all the pictures that were taken with our phrase, and some of the celebrities as well that have jumped on board.
Celebrities? No, that's something I don't know about. Who do you got celebrity-wise?
Well, what we do is we
not that we're bragging that something in Muskegon has turned into a big celebrity thing, but what do you?
Well, we've had our goal is when people take the pictures with the words saying whatever it takes, we want that to be an encouragement in general in your life. And we've had like the captain of the Detroit Red Wings take the picture with whatever it takes. We've had Vale from Dancing with the Stars, if people are fans of that show that's on right now, do it, as well as Tony Luca, who was on The Voice and the Mickey Mouse Club, just individuals that have, and like local news celebrities that have done it as well, but just ways to get our story out to more people.
How has this changed you as a person? I mean, if you look back at yourself from the day you heard the diagnosis till today, What is all this kind of whirlwind done for you?
I think it made me grow up a lot faster than I ever thought. I tell a lot of people I have a birthday coming up that, the last 2 years of my life, the last 4 years of my life, I did a lot that most people do in the 40 years of their life, from being on the cancer journey to becoming a widow. And I just think it showed me how strong I actually am. And I think it was my purpose to take this journey, even how it was to be able to bless someone else, knowing what was already planned for my life.
That's amazing. You've got two little guys.
Yep.
Gavin and Camden.
Yes.
First graders?
First graders.
First graders. So they're not a handful.
No, not at all.
Not at all.
Not at all.
I'm Facebook friends with Jenny, so I get to see a lot of the pictures of these two little guys, and they look like they are incredible.
They are. I am definitely a proud mom, and I know everyone has great kids. I just think mine are absolutely amazing. I feel like, they're only 6 years old, and what they've experienced in life and how they've taken it into a positive manner themselves.
Have they? I mean, clearly they probably. I mean, they miss their dad.
Oh yeah. I mean, every day they do.
Yeah.
And there's times when people say, "Well, he's here with you," but they know he's not physically here. He's not here to wrestle with us and do these things with us. So they miss that, and they remember the memories and all the memories that are told to them. But it just provides a fire for them to fight for the other daddies. They started a fundraiser at school this week with the help of their teacher to go green at school, so that hopefully what they can do is going to bless somebody else.
Can you tell those two apart?
I can.
Can you?
Most days.
I look at pictures and I always try to decide, okay, Gavin and Camden, which one's which? And do you, when you do a picture, do you put them in the same order every time? Because, they're identical twins as far as twins go.
They are. They're identical mirror twins. They've always been color-coded, so that's our little secret. Gavin's normally always in green because of GG, and Camden's normally in blue.
All right.
Otherwise, we try Camden's our lefty, so I try to put Camden on the left side I can. But there's some pictures I look at and I'm like, ooh, I'm not sure who this is, but so I just tell whoever is asking, is that me? Sure. Yep, looks just like you.
So whenever trouble has to be handed out, both of them get it.
Well, they're opposite personalities.
Are they really?
So you normally know when something's happening, and they're like brothers to the core, where there's some wrestling matches and someone did something, but normally they'll let themselves out of who did what. So
now you mentioned they've got a fundraiser going at school this week.
Yes.
For greening out the school, and there's a big one coming up at Hackley Stadium.
That's right.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah, this Friday, we're going to be at Hackley Stadium and trying to turn the stadium green. It's we became official nonprofit this year, and our goal was, how can we get out in the community and reach more people? How can we know more people's stories and be able to provide a smile on their journey for them? Mm-hmm. So we're going to be at the game this Friday, encouraging everyone to wear green like we have all over the neighborhood. We will have merchandise for sale, and we also partnered up with the Muskegon Big Reds to have their players and cheerleaders and coaches involved as well. So they
go from crimson to green.
Yep.
And they're taking on Shores.
They're taking on Shores,
which will be a big game.
Yes, a very big game. Yes. We were fortunate to draw this game, and our goal is to maybe do more football games around the area and have both teams, wearing green and white one game. So
amazing story.
Yes, thank you.
I feel humbled to sit in your presence, to be honest with you.
Oh, thank you.
I've whipped up a fundraiser here or there, too, over the years and things like that. But to see somebody, and it's always the greatest thing to me, to see somebody that takes something so tragic and something so devastating and saying, you know what, this ain't going to get me down. And turning it into what you have, that's remarkable. And people don't hear about that kind of stuff enough.
Well, I appreciate that. I have had a lot of people say you had the opportunity to close the door on your fight or close the door on your story, especially when he passed. But in my mind, it was never an option because he had a fight he wanted to complete.
Yep.
And my goal for myself and my boys is to hopefully one day complete that fight for him.
Awesome. Jenny Cross, whatever it takes. We'll put all this up on MuskegonRadio.com. If you're looking for a place to go check out some football, you got to think about this. Muskegon against Shores, it doesn't really get much bigger than that it comes to football in Muskegon. And it's going to be at Hackley Stadium Friday night. Jenny Cross, thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Anything we can do to help out, whatever it takes, put us first on your list.
Will do. Thank you so much.
We'll be right there to help you out. Triumph, its magic power. It is on Muskegon's 100.9 at 8:42.